Junie B. Jones and the Little Monkey Business. Chapter 7. Some School World. I brought my brand new thing back to room 9. They look very, very funny. It said my new pink high top were too big, and my feet were very exciting around in there. Before I sat down, I looked at Lucille's red chair. Then I tapped on her. I'm sorry, Lucille, I said, but red is my favorite color, and so I would like the chair of yours, I think. Lucille looked very upset at me. But red is my favorite color too, Junie B. I patted her. I know, Lucille, I said nicely, but you just still must give it to me. It's still yours. And so she did. Now I'm the winner for sure, aren't I? She asked. I made my shoulders go up and down. I don't know, Lucille, I said. That girl said she might have some cash in her purse. After that, Mrs. Pratt found consensus paper, and we colored autumn leaves for our bulletin board. Autumn is the school word for fall. We sprinkled our leaves with shiny glitter. Also, I sprinkled glitter in my hair, and I sprinkled some to my eyebrows. Then Mrs. confiscated my shiny glitter jar. Confiscate is the school word for yanked it right out of my hand. Just then, Mrs. Scotsman knocked on our door, and she came into the room with our milk and cookies. Hurry, hurry for Mrs. Scotsman, I shouted at her. Get what, Mrs. Scotsman? I get 3 snacks today. See, I have 3 tickets. Mrs. walked over to my chair. She stared down at me. How did you get 2 extra tickets, Junie B? She asked. Did you find them on the playground? Then she took my 2 extra tickets away. Then she had them way high in the air. Did anyone lose their snack tickets today? She said to the class. No, I hollered. Those are my tickets. Lucille and Grace gave them to me. Mrs. raised her eyebrows. Lucille, did you give Junie B your snack tickets today? She asked. Yes, said Lucille. That's because she made me. Though I didn't know you, them, Lucille, I said. I did not make you. Mrs. said, be quiet to me. She folded her arms. Grace, did you give your snack tickets to Junie B too? Then that Grace started to cry because she thought she was in trouble. Mrs. tapped her foot. Please come and get your snack tickets, Grace, she said. And so that Grace walked to my table with jocks or socks. Then Mrs. made us squint the eyes at her feet. Where are your shoes, Grace? She asked. That's when the big fat baby Grace started to crying very harder, and she pointed at the shoes. Mrs. pointed under my table. Junie B, don't she hollered. Why are you wearing Grace's shoes? Mrs. sounded dangerous. Because I said kind of scared. Because one of them was because the rules, I explained. Then Mrs. bent down very close to my ear. What rules? The rule for who gets to be first to but who gets to be the one who gets to be the fourth one to see my monkey brother, I said. Mrs. rolled her eyes back in her head. Put your own shoes back on and come with me, young lady, she said. Then me and her walked into the hall together, and she made me tell her what happened in the playground. After that, I had to give Lucille back the locket and the sweater with the slotty dog on it. And I have to give Lucille back the Virginia fig ring for cereal. Then Mrs. Warren and she said for me to take it to the office. The office is where the boss of the school is. His name is Principal. Yes, but I don't think I would like to go down there today, or else my mother would get mad at me. Mrs. tapped her foot, and she took hold of my hand. Let's go, young lady, march, she said. And so then me and her marched to the office. March is a school word for pulling way too fast. Chapter at me and Principal. The school office is a scary place. It's long ring phones and typing lady who's a stranger and a row of chairs at the back kisses. Mrs. Park being a brewer. Wait here, she said. Yeah, I'm not bad, I whispered to myself. Then I put a sweater on my head. and so nobody will see me in the back kiss chair. After that, I picked down on my long feather sleeve, and I saw Mrs. out of my hand hole. She was knocking on the principal's door. Then she went in there, and my heart got very pumpy because she was tattling on me, I think. After a while, she came out again. Principal came with her. Principal had a bald head, looked like rubber. Also, he had big hands and heavy shoes, and a suit made out of black. Could I see your outfit for a minute, Junie? He said. And so then I had to go in there all by myself, and I sat in a big wheelchair. And Principal made me tuck the sweater on my head. So what's this all about? She asked. He said, why do you think your teacher brought you down here today? Because I said very quiet. Because why? Said Principal. Because that gray shirt of a big fat mouth. I explained. Principal folded his arms, and he said for me to start at the beginning. And so I did. First I told him about how it's been at the night at Grandpa Mother's house. We had this delicious waffle for breakfast, I said, and I 5 of them. Only my grandpa didn't know where I put them all, except I put them way in here. Then I opened my mouth and saw Principal where the waffles went. After that, I told him how my grandma Mary came home from the hospital, and she told me that I had a monkey brother, for we ran on it and truly. And so then I told the church in a certain town, and we said Lucy, and the girls started to giving me lots of pretty stuff because they wanted to be first to see him. It's too bad for me, I said, because when we came inside, Mrs. found out about the snack ticket, and the dumb gray shirt of a big fat mother of our shoes, and so I got marched down here and had to sit in a back kiss chair. Then I threw my skirt. The end, I said nicely. Principal Wolfie said that I looked like rubber. Junie, maybe we should go back to when your grandma came from the hospital, she said. Can you remember exactly what she said about your brother being a monkey? I scratched my eye really tight to remember. Yes, I said. Grandma Miller said he's the cutest little monkey she ever saw. Principal closed his eyes. Ah, he said kind of quiet. Now I get it. After that, he smiled a little bit. You say, Junie, when your grandma called your brother a little monkey, she didn't mean he was a real little monkey. She just mean he was well cute. I know he's cute, I said. That's because all monkeys are cute, except for them like them. They kind that can kill you. Principal shook his head. No, Junie, that's not what I mean. I mean your brother isn't a real monkey at all. He's just a little baby boy. I made my funny face. No, he's not a baby boy. Oh, I told him. He's a real live baby monkey with black hair and long fingers and toes. You can ask my grandmama if she don't believe me. I thought guess what Principal did then. He called her that for. He called Grandma Mary right up on the phone. Then he talked to her. Then I talked to her too. Hey Grandma, I said very sturdy. Guess what just happened on your Principal said my baby brother is in a real life monkey. Only his, cause you told me that, remember? And you said he was a monkey for really nice and truly. Grandma Mary said she was very sorry, but she didn't mean he was a real monkey. She just mean he was cute, just like the prince was saying to me. And so then I felt very jumpy and said, yeah, only what about his black hair and his long fingers and toes, I said. And what about his fat that looked like a cage and the wallpaper with his jungle fence on it? But Grandma Mella just keeps saying that my new brother was just a regular cute baby. And so finally I didn't want to talk to her anymore. And I hung up the phone and I bent my head way down and my eyes got a little wet and then darn it, that's a very quiet. After the principal gave me a tissue and he said I'm sorry to me. Then he held my hand and me and him walked back to room 9. Principal went to room 9 with me. Then he clapped his giant hands together. Boys and girls, may I please have your attention? he said. I would like to explain what happened in the show and tell today. 이제부터 Junie Jones and a new baby brother. Just then the big Jimmy hit John right up from his desk. It's not a monkey, is he? She shouted. She shouted very loud. I knew it. I knew he wasn't a monkey. I made my big face at me. How do you like this up your nose, you big dumb Jim? I hollered. The principal folded at me, and so I smiled. That I hate that guy, I said nicely. After the principal took a big breath. Boys and girls, there's a great reason why Junie told you that her baby brother was a monkey. She said, yeah, it was all my grandma Mara's fault, I interrupted, because she told me that my brother was a little monkey. Only she didn't mean he was a real monkey. She just meant he was cute. Only who the heck knew that dumb thing? Principal made other frown at me. Then she talked some more. You see, boys and girls, she said, sometimes they think that can be very confusing to children. Like, what if you heard me talking about a lucky dog? You might think I was talking about a real-life dog, but lucky dog just means a lucky person. For example, and we call someone a busy bee. We don't mean that real bee. We just mean he's a hard worker. Hey, I just thought of another one. I said, very sad. A dumb bunny isn't a real-life bunny either. It's just a plain old dumb guy. Then my friend Lucy raised her hand. I got one too, I said. Sometimes my nana calls my daddy a couch potato. Only he's not a potato, he's just a lazy bum. Yeah, I'm not a big pig, said my new boyfriend Ricardo. But Mom says I eat like one. I said a whole bunch of other kids said they eat like pigs too. Only a boy named Dodo they eat like a horse, and the crybaby William is like a bird. Just then it's time for the bell to ring. And so me and Principal say bye-bye to each other, and we went back to our seats. Then I gave Lucy like the red chair. She was very nice to me. I'm sorry that your father isn't a real monkey, Junie, she said. Thank you, Lucy, I said. I'm sorry that your dad isn't a real potato too. After that, the bell rang for us to go home. And so Lucille and the Grace held me. And so me and Lucille and the Grace held hands, and we walked outside together. Only then a very wonderful thing happened, and it's called I heard my mother's voice. Junie, over here, honey, Daddy and I over here. Then I looked into the parking lot, and I saw her, and so I ran to it very quick, and then me and Mother hugged and hugged because I hadn't seen her for a very whole day. Then my daddy got out of the car, and he had a little yellow package in his arms. And guess what was in that thing? My new baby brother, that's what. He was very teeny and pinkish, except his head had lots of black hair on it. I thought it felt like fuzzy. Just then a car walked by, and I saw my teeny brother. Cool hair, he said. I smell very big. I know him, Ricardo, I said. And guess what else? He doesn't smell like PU. After that, I got in the car, and I told Mother about Lucille's locket, and she said maybe I could get a locket too, and I could put my brother's teeny head in there. Yes, and I would like some pink high top, please, I said very polite. Maybe, said Mother. Oh boy, I said, because maybe doesn't mean no, that's why. And so I lifted up the blanket, and I picked at my baby brother one more time. So what did you think of it, Junie? Said Mother. I smell very big. I think he's the cutest little monkey I ever saw, I said. Then Mother laughed, and I laughed too. The end.